existing fitness center. Again, we are increasing the parking from 153 to 154, if I'm understanding that correctly. And I basically gave the board the background of how we got to this point here. So
There's actually no change in parking.
Oh, there's no change in
153 to
parking.
153. Yeah,
Okay.
there
was
as Mike said, he went and he counted the spaces. There was a discrepancy in what there was existing out there. 153 has always been there and continues to be there.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. No.
So what I do with all of these applications is I look at the site itself, I look at the surrounding neighborhood, and I tie that into the zoning ordinance, what we're proposing, the variances that we're seeking, and tie that all into the statutory criteria for relief from itself. In terms of site suitability here, I think we can look at context. Historically, again, there has been a fitness use in this exact tenant space. And again, this is actually going to be a smaller scale fitness use. In terms of how this is going to be perceived from the street or from the pedestrian point of view, this is not something that's going to overpower the site. It constitutes a relatively small tenant space in the grand scheme of things, and all of these other uses that we have out there in this shopping center will remain. In other words, we're not talking about introducing a brand-new fitness center. In terms of the massing, again, this is something that fits well within the 2,000 square foot tenant space. As testified by the applicant or site operator, this is consistent with his other Club Pilates businesses. We're basically talking about interior modifications only, no changes to the massing or the size of the development. And of course, in terms of the parking variance, which I'll get into because that is a C variance, but the testimony is and will be that the site is adequately parked, and what we're proposing does not constitute something that's going to overburden the property.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but just to confirm as well. So that variance was previously granted by the planning board, and we're not looking to change that variance in any way.
I guess the question is whether you even need, if the board were to approve it, whether you actually even need it, because you're not increasing square footage
Right.
except for the steps going out the back.
Correct. So we mentioned it out of, to be conservative, but when we calculate, and we provided this to the board, when we calculate all of the parking spaces required by all of the uses now with the fitness center, and assuming that the remainder 2,000 square feet will be some other type of tenant, we stay within what was granted by the planning board, the 153 and the 206.
And that's reflected in two resolutions that you provided as part of the application.
At least one, if not two, yes. Yep.
Yeah, so basically, everything I just said goes into that site suitability testimony. We look at the context, we look at how this is going to look and how it fits on the property itself. All of those considerations may not be typical of any other fitness center that would be proposed in this zone. Again, it's not a standalone fitness center. It's something that is taking the place of an old fitness use. So in terms of the positive criteria, we look at the benefits. We look to the municipal land use law, the purposes of zoning, why we have these permitted uses in the first place. Purpose A, promotion of the general welfare. This is a fitness use, obviously. This is something that promotes healthy lifestyles, getting people active, and this is sort of an area where people can learn how to extend that healthy lifestyle outside of this establishment. Purpose G, variety of uses in appropriate locations. I think I can just rely on the site suitability testimony. Purpose I, desirable visual environment. Here we heard about the very minor changes to the exterior of the building, and that's really to have better consistency with the rest of the development. This is not a use that's introducing any outdoor storage or anything that would alter the character of the shopping center or the zone. There's a couple prohibited uses in the zone, and we are really not akin to any of those. Purpose M, efficient use of land. Again, no exterior changes, or very minor exterior changes, and no changes to the building mass in terms of the size and scale. So in terms of the negative criteria, no substantial detriment to the public or to the zone. We have memos from the Environmental Commission, the Fire Department, as well as the Police Department's Traffic Bureau, all of which had no comments, no concerns. We just heard from the applicant. This is an experienced applicant that has 8 other Club Pilates studios in New Jersey, and this one is pretty much on par. It's very similar with all of those other operations that he has. Again, in terms of negative criteria, this is smaller than the previously existing fitness center. Again, we're dividing that into two. And of course, we just heard that the classes are going to be scheduled and structured, and there's going to be a limit on the number of individuals that would be able to participate in any of these scheduled classes. So all of that goes towards the negative criteria. I would say the positives clearly outweigh any negatives here. None rise to the level of being substantial. And just to hit on the parking variance, if we decide that that is needed, I think I can fall back on what our council has mentioned. In terms of the C2 balancing test, the benefits outweigh the detriments. This was the same basic argument that was used in 2017 to justify the same exact parking number of parking spaces. Basically, the argument at that time was that this is a shopping center where peak hours are basically different for all of these various tenants. For example, we have a restaurant, we have a post office, we have a dry cleaner, an H&R Block. You know, these are all uses that will have different peak hours, and there's going to be not everybody coming at any one given time. And again, the testimony of 12 individuals plus one instructor at any given time, that comes out to 13, the need for 13 parking spaces, whereas a strict interpretation of the zoning ordinance, of course, requires, I think, 23. So I think there is some latitude in regards to that as well. So really, that's pretty much it, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you, Matt. Anyone else, Linda?
No, that,
And our board engineer, David Simmons, will give his report, if you're so kind.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I did do a report dated August 8th, 2025, which basically summarized all the documents that the applicant submitted. And I did a completeness report. And based on the limited amount of exterior changes to the site, I recommended that those items be waived and basically the application be found complete and proceed. As the applicant's witnesses testified this evening, basically the only exterior improvements are some shifting in the rear of the site for some of the parking spaces in order to provide a proper room for a new set of steps and egress from the one devised unit, because the other unit that's going to be available already has an exterior exit to the back. So it's limited as far as what they're doing on the site. So I didn't really have any additional comments, and I would defer to the board's planner for the use variance and interpretation. The only other thing that I would bring up and ask the applicants, probably the architect, to comment on, as they indicated, they were going to have to create a new door because of the second unit that they're forming. Would there be any additional HVAC units because of the two stores now? And would that be roof mounted or mounted in the rear, or where would that take place?
Mr. Cabot, please come forward and speak into the microphone.
You can stay there, you can stay there.
There are two existing rooftop units there, and we're actually in the process right now of designing the separate vanilla boxes for both. So we're gonna put one over the left. I don't remember the number, but one over the left, and there's gonna the existing one that's gonna be over the right.
So they're going to be roof mounted?
Yes.
Okay. And that's all I have, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you, David. Now our board planner, Lindsay Knight, will give her report, and then Lindsay, if you can cover the interpretation versus use variance too, et cetera.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that this type of use is something that both boards have been kind of struggling with because of that change. I can provide some insight into kind of my take on this use in terms of kind of the fitness center definition. I think that this use is very similar to a lot of other boutique fitness studios, which are a much smaller footprint that are intended to be smaller in size, in both class size as well as the size of the space. This use in particular, I've seen pretty often within shopping center type settings, and this Club Pilates is owned by a larger company called Exponential, and a big piece of their target of where they like to be located. They're associated with like Cycle Bar, Rumble, Stretch Lab, these types of uses, and they all intend to be used in places like shopping centers. The town I live in has a Club Pilates located in a very similar shopping center. And I will say that this type of boutique fitness is very new. These are smaller fitness studios that are geared towards one type of use as opposed to the traditional fitness studio like your Crunch Fitness, which is a large scale footprint with several different rooms, large space. So very different than what this is. And I would say that maybe when and maybe I'll ask Matt this as well, is in your interpretation of the zoning, do you think that when this change happened, that maybe the boutique fitness might have been something that was not contemplated or not considered, or have you seen similar in your kind of your professional opinion? Because I know a lot of other municipalities I deal with, they call this a personal service. So similar fashion to a personal service, something like a dentist would be considered that, dry cleaning, all those types of uses get bulked into one use. So maybe that's something we speak to the council about in the future. But for this evening, I would say that the intention of the TCC zone is for those types of retail uses. I'm not sure what happened in 2024, why that was changed. I think it was changed more to address the larger footprint type of fitness center. And I do want to point out that I don't know if somebody can confirm on your team, but also a lot of these spaces in the front, they do have a retail space as well, which is going to be then that kind of permitted use as well in the TCC zone. But typically in these boutique fitness centers, the Club Pilates in my town, they have a whole setup of retail where you can buy your leggings and your shirts and your mats or whatever you need as well. So I think that's kind of a key component as well.
Yes, as Richard mentioned, in sort of those off hours, folks may come into the retail, so there will be a retail component. as you
Sure.
mentioned.
Yeah. And so while it may not explicitly say boutique fitness, I do think that this kind of retail personal service is in line with the intention of what the TCC is meant to permit.
So, Lindsay, interpretation or use? What's your professional opinion?
So to err on the side of caution, I would say use. Just err on the side of caution. I think Matt did put plenty of proofs on the record as well that support that use variance. And I think having seen that a fitness center was previously there and had, I guess, closed during COVID, which many fitness centers did. So I think that is a kind of a strong argument there for that as well.
All right, great, thank you,
Yeah, no
Lindsay. Marissa, would you please call on the board members who have questions or comments?
Richard LaRufa,
No questions.
Michael Leondi,
None for me, thank you.
Richard Rohrbacher,
No questions.
Jennifer Panaha,
No questions.
Michael Steinberg,
No questions.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
No questions. I'll open the hearing to the public now. Anyone in the public that has any comments or questions on this application, please come forward. Seeing no one in the public with any questions or comments, it's now closed and back to the board. The board will entertain a motion approving the application.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to have the board attorney draft a resolution approving application number 10-25 for 11 and 12 Main Street, Sparta Avenue, Block 5019, lots 11 and 12, seeking a D1 use variance for a fitness studio, which is not a permitted use in the zone. So just division of the existing vacant rental space into two separate tenant spaces, including a new storefront, rear exterior stair, in the existing shopping center building, according to all plans and testimony presented here this evening.
Do I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Glenn, any points that we might have missed?
No, I'm going to put some findings in there and in the resolution so to see it, to supplement things that were testified to. But no, I think there's no conditions, there's no anything. You have the resolutions. The resolution will note that the other resolutions are out there on the land and that it carried through. I think, quite frankly, if you needed parking relief, it was already granted to you, but at worst, it's subsumed under
Okay.
the action that the
Right.
board took. Is that all right with
Okay.
you,
Yeah,
counsel?
no, that's fine. And I assume, so and the minor site plan will be specifically noted as
Gotta
well.
listen to the fine print. That was part of the motion.
Thanks. Thank you.
you.
Thank you, Glenn. Marissa, please call the roll.
Richard LaRufa,
Yes.
Michael Leondi,
Yes.
Richard Rohrbacher,
Yes.
Jennifer Panaha,
Yes.
Michael Steinberg,
Yes.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
Yes, your application and variance has been approved. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Chairman, maybe we want to offer,
Written resolution waiver?
well, they've been trying to get to this point for quite some time.
Oh,
Phil.
all right.
You want to do that?
Would you like to waive your, to a written resolution? Would you like to waive your right to that?
At this time, you can proceed at your own risk, Linda, here, so you could get any construction work, whatever you all want to
Submit-
do.
submit for building
inside.
permits and
The
get that-
resolution will be adopted in 30 days.
Right.
But then you still have so you're just proceeding at your own risk.
Yeah.
But you had no objectors, and so it's
Yes.
pretty clear. So you could immediately get going with the construction department.
That would be great. That would be, yes.
Chair will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Marissa, call the roll, please.
Richard LaRufa,
Yes.
Michael Leondi,
Yes.
Richard Rohrbacher,
Yes.
Jennifer Panaha,
Yes.
Michael Steinberg,
Yes.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
Yes. All right, good luck.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sorry you had to hang around last time. It was just bad luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Mr.
Lindsay,
Chairman,
you can leave if you
am I
would
just,
like to.
I'm dismissed.
I was thinking the same thing.
I,
There's no
yeah.
sense staying.
I have a 3.5-year-old. I'd like to go
All right,
tuck
please.
into bed.
Thank you for everything tonight.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Next application, 11-25, Thomas and Kathleen Nuada. Please come forward.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I need to recuse myself from this application.
Oh, okay. Do we need a reason, Glenn, or not, for the record?
No,
No?
Nope.
he can share, or he doesn't have to share.
Okay.
You know the reason.
And, Mr. Dykstra, you know the format by now, I would assume, after you and your professionals have completed your client's application. We'll open it to our board professional, David, then back to this board for comments and questions, and then to the public for any comments and questions they may have.
This is like the old joke of how many. My psychologist is looking to change the label. The answer is just one. The label wants to change. You guys almost ready?
Yeah.
Let's at least, let's do, who's gonna,
Want to swear everyone in? Glenn?
let's do something. Who's representing the applicant?
I am, and Doug Dykstra.
Okay, so let's,
And your name?
I think it is. Yeah. Okay, my name is Ann Sears from Ann Design Architects. I have appeared in front of this board
A little bit
before.
louder, Ann. Again, it's
Oh,
a
sorry.
requirement that we have a recording of all
Yep.
proceedings for the state of New Jersey.
Sure.
If you
My
don't
name
mind.
is Ann Sears, architect. I've been an architect for 25 years. I am a licensed architect here in New Jersey. I reside in Sparta, excuse me. And I have appeared in front of this board many times before.
And they accepted you, and let's everybody raise your right hand. Let's keep this moving. You all swear to tell, the other.
Oh,
You all swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth in the proceedings before the board tonight, so help you God?
I do.
All right, so you're Ann Sears.
I am Ann
And
Sears.
you're a licensed professional architect in the state of
Correct.
New Jersey, and your licenses are still valid
Correct.
as of tonight, and you've testified a number of times before the board.
Correct.
All right. Who are you? No, ladies first, I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm Kathy Nauta.
Kathy?
Oh, Kathy Nauta.
Okay, so you're the applicant.
yes.
Who's the guy standing next to you?
Tom Snoda.
Wow, what a surprise. Okay, so you guys are sworn in, and now the other guy. The guy is so proficient at setting up easels.
It's a problem. The thing's.
You're the problem.
It's failing on me.
Oh, watch out.
I'm gonna have to hold on to that. Doug Dykstra, professional land surveyor, professional.
Doug, the microphone up further.
Doug Dykstra, professional land surveyor, professional planner.
And you've appeared before this board on many occasions.
I have.
And you still have your licenses.
I do.
Valid, right, Doug?
Yes.
Okay, so Ann, you're gonna lead this off so he can just be the keeper of the easel, I think?
I can run with it. I kind of have it.
You want him first? All right, well, let's get going.
How can we help you?
I'm here on behalf of the Nautas, seeking a variance to construct.
Mr. Dykstra, you need the microphone.
Even with
Yeah.
my voice?
Okay, I'm here on behalf of the Nautas, seeking a variance to construct a one-car garage, a deck, and a small addition on the back of their house. The property is located on East Shore, 22 East Shore Trail. It's about a tenth of a mile south of the plaza. It's the 8th house, if you count from the plaza southward. The lot, as you can see, the lot is sort of a pie-shaped. It's wide in the back, narrower in the front. We have 47 feet of frontage and 74 in the back. The lot slopes from East Shore Trail to about the back side of the house at about 15%. The front door is located about 7 feet below East Shore Trail. The back walkout basement is about 16 feet below East Shore Trail. The lot is currently serviced by a driveway on the left-hand side of the lot that goes down, loops around the back, and there's a, when I say a small garage, a very small garage inside the house right in this area. We have quite a bit of impervious surface, the driveway, walkways, a walkway in the back, a bar, a sitting area, 2 sheds. So that about sums up the existing conditions.
Mr. Dykstra, there are colored, looked like he pulled out crayons to do something on the other. Was that on file, or is that for testimony
We'll have to
tonight?
mark those.
All right, so we'll just, the bottom one is colored too? I can't see.
Yeah, the bottom one's.
It's all one sheet?
It's 2
All right,
sheets.
we're gonna mark that as A1, and please identify it.
A1 is the proposed conditions, and A2 is the existing condition. I just reviewed the existing conditions, A2. So, one other important fact here, the lot is 0.212 acres, 9,249 square feet. The required area in this zone is 14,000 feet. So we are a pre-existing non-conforming area. Additional non-conforming issues. The principal structure has 2 side yards that do not conform, 2 accessory structures whose side yards do not conform, and the total impervious area of 48.6, which does not conform. 25 is permitted.
Mr. Dykstra, let's keep this simple. Do you
Simple?
agree with all of the comments as to the variances that you need that are set forth in Mr. Simmons' August 28th report chart?
Yep.
Okay, continue, please.
Okay, I'm not sure where that leaves me, but, okay. So let me just walk through what we're proposing very quickly then. We're proposing to add the dark green section right here, the narrow addition, is addition to the house. It'll be basement to first floor on the right side. The left side will be cantilevered, first floor only. The purple is a proposed garage mudroom, and the yellow is an additional deck that'll proceed out beyond the addition of the garage. The entire surface of the garage will be at first floor level. So when you exit the room over here onto the deck, you'll have all this deck for enjoyment. And like I said earlier, the front door is about 7 feet below the road. This is 16 feet below the road. The roof line will block all this from the road, so you'll have no visible impact from the road. We also reconfigured the driveway to have more of a turnaround and a head-on entrance into the garage. We eliminated all the walks and sheds that were in the backyard, which actually, let me get these numbers straight for you. Taking into all improvements, we have 570 square feet. The addition to the building addition alone, the 573 square feet I just mentioned, takes us from 13.4 building coverage to 19.5. 18 is permitted. We are increasing by 1.5%. That equates to 139 square feet, about 12 by 12. The proposed layout also, this is important, reduces overall impervious coverage by 250 square feet. So while we have a 1.5%, 139 square feet further out of compliance with building coverage, our overall impervious has dropped by 250 square feet. The reduction in the overall impervious mitigates any perceived negative, the 1.5% of nonconformance in building coverage may have. I could go through some special reasons why this lot.
Well, who's going to provide the, Ann, what are you going to testify to?
Describe the house, the reason that we need the addition, put that on record, and also describe that the entrance, the proposed entrance to the garage, it actually allows us to be able to maneuver and park in the driveway a little safer. Currently, right now, they have to back down the driveway in order to be able to get out. There's no real way to park into that garage with 2 cars. Now they'll be able to park in their garage. They'll be able to back out and drive forward out of their driveway now.
Ann, is this one of the, how long has this house been?
So
here?
this house,
Original lake houses?
it is. It's an original crane. I don't know the year. 1929.
I'm sorry, 1929?
1929. And currently, the existing house is very modest in size. I mean, totally under existing right now. The square footage of livable area on the first and second floor is roughly 1,600 square feet. And we're really only looking to bump that up to 1,800. And primarily the main reason in the floor plan, their dining area is only 8 feet in length. We're going to increase that to 15 feet 11 so that they can fit a dining room table in there.
They can eat real food.
They can eat real food instead of eating on a door that's their table right now.
As far as you can tell, Ann, I'm asking as an architect, because I think we can really shorten this up a little bit. As far as you can tell, were there additions put on to this structure? I mean, you list, I don't even know how many variances and existings and this and that. Is this pretty much the original crane house? and now this is the first time? Or do you think it's had a number of other additions?
I think it's had some modifications in the lakefront side, I'm going to be honest. The front yard and the appearance from the front, which by the way, will not be changing, looks original. The roof line and everything looks
That's
like
from the road you're talking about.
from the street front side. In the rear, they may have popped up the second floor to have that 500 square feet in the second floor at one point. I can't guarantee that it's the original.
Did anybody do any checks in Sparta's files to see if there was any previous board action on this?
Uh,
My understanding is that.
Sir, we can't hear you.
Well, my understanding is that the piece of the structure that Ann's referring to is a bedroom that's on, it's basically is the second floor. I think that was done in the early 70s. This is just from when we bought the house.
Okay, so you think that might have been the only
That,
alteration?
as far as I can tell, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ann.
And yeah, I will just put on record, I think that what we're proposing is in keeping with the neighborhood and does not further encroach on any other views or neighborhood detriment.
And the improvements that you're making are consistent with development in the neighborhood, is that correct?
100%.
And you've come up with a modest plan based on, based on your clients
Correct.
that you think is appropriate for the
I
area.
think it's appropriate scale.
Mr. Dykstra, do you have anything else?
No, I think I concluded. All right, our professional engineer, David Simmons, if you would give your report, please.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. I did prepare a report dated August 28th, 2025. And with regards to the overall application in general, what Mr. Dykstra and Ms. Sears just pointed out is basically, I agree with what they're proposing. As Mr. Keynes indicated, we did have on page 2, item number 3, all the existing zoning, the variances that are pre-existing non-conforming conditions. The proposed will still result in a variance for the overall impervious coverage of 45.9%, where 25% is allowed, and the building coverage goes up to 19.5%, where 18% is allowed. With regards to the variance plan, I just pointed out when I was doing the site inspection, there is an existing dock that extends off the seawall. It's not shown on the variance map. Doesn't affect what they're doing here tonight, but it's an existing condition. For Mr. Dykstra, on the driveway, I don't know if you checked the shots versus the property line. Does the driveway encroach onto adjacent lot 6, do you know?
Thank you.
It's like a shared curb wall, kind of brick, it's like, it's concrete with brick.
Yes.
And the corner lands on that and it kind of holds the wall pretty cleanly all the way down the lot line.
Okay. With regards to utilities, they're on the township water system, so that's not an issue. And the location of the existing water line doesn't conflict with the proposed additions. With regards to the septic system, that's located in the front yard. They're not changing the number of bedrooms, correct?
Correct.
So with regards to septic system, that shouldn't be an issue. With regards to electric service to the subject property, it does cross over a portion of Lot 8. I didn't know, well, you can see it on the plans that they submitted. It cuts over across Lot 8 to service the property. If you could check to see if there's an existing easement for that.
Well, what there is, the blanket, typical blanket easement for service. It's not, doesn't say pole number to right-hand corner of the building or anything.
There is something recorded, though? That blanket easement?
I'm quite sure. I have to double check his title, but I can do that and get back to you on that.
If you could, and add
Sure.
that to the plan, just so it's on there. And the other question on utilities, the gas valve, is this house served with gas, or it is served with gas? Okay, so I just wanted to note that for the record. With regards to storm drainage, I did point out in the report that per the ordinance from the township 21-02, if you're adding more than 500 square feet of impervious, which the proposed addition of garage is 573, you're supposed to provide stormwater mitigation. However, Mr. Dykstra and I had a conversation, and I believe he's correct, that they are removing some areas of walkways and 2 sheds, which brings it below 500 square feet. So therefore, I correct that statement that stormwater mitigation in this particular application is not required. With regards to the architectural plans, are there any additional HVAC units going to be proposed? No? Okay. And the proposed side elevation shows an area open to the left of the proposed garage. Is that for storage or another vehicle?
A little of both, potentially, primarily storage, but on the off occasion, they may drive a car underneath the deck.
And with the microphone, please.
It's mostly just storage.
So it's going to
And
have a hard surface underneath for a vehicle?
It will. It will. You were going to discuss that,
We're thinking pervious concrete. We had it spitball today.
yeah. Open to suggestions on what material you would.
We'd have to check that just to make sure it doesn't trigger any storm drainage issues. And if it does, then you won't do that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. An EIS was not provided. The approval from the township construction officials needed, and as usual, if the board decides to grant approval to the application, an as-built be prepared. And that's my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, David.
Yep.
Marissa, can you please call on the board members for comments and questions?
Richard LaRufa.
Yeah, I have one very minor suggestion. It's not a question or a comment. The door going into the garage, where it's located and swinging into the garage, it looks like it may hit the car. But if you have a car in there, it's going to be very awkward getting in and out. You may want to revise that to a sliding door, a pocket door or something.
They actually swing the other direction.
Like swing out?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be it. That'd be fine. I have trouble in my garage. So, thank you.
Michael Leondi.
No questions. Thanks, guys.
Jennifer Panaha.
No questions.
Michael Steinberg.
No questions.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
Yes, Mr. Dykstra, can you just explain real quickly about the expansion of the deck and also the rooftop deck?
Maybe you want to speak to those.
So the deck is really on the first floor level, and it'll be over the garage. So it's the rooftop deck, and then it'll expand further into the yard. It will be roughly the same square footage as the garage below, 300 and then we are proposing additional stairs off of that deck, which help for egress and ingress from the lake, from the deck. On the deck itself, I've proposed to use some stone column bases to increase the appearance from the lakeside. And those stairs will also offer kind of screening to the underside of that deck. And
All right, then you'll be open to that the deck will not be covered or
no,
any lighting or anything like that, correct, with a
No.
condition of approval?
right.
All right, thank you. And then just for the record, Lake Mohawk Country Club, their engineer Sabine Watson had no issues with this
No
application,
issues.
correct?
No, we have
All
the
right.
approval. It should be in the file.
All right, thank you. I'll now open the hearing to the public. If anyone's in the public has any questions or comments, please come forward. All right, Beth, thank you. Seeing no one in the public, it's back to the board for a motion to approve the application.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to have the board attorney draft a resolution approving application number 11-25 for 22 East Shore Trail, Block 5048, Lot 7, seeking C variance for a building coverage of 19.5%, where a maximum of 18% is permitted, impervious coverage of 45.9%, where a maximum of 25% is permitted, side yard setback of 8 foot for the deck, where a minimum, of 10 foot is permitted, and then some pre-existing non-conforming variances for a right yard setback of 5.7 feet, where 8 foot minimum is required, a left side setback of 9.3 feet.
You don't have to go through those.
Okay.
They're
And
in
all
Dave's
the,
report. They're
all the
pre-existing.
reported pre-existing non-conformings, yeah, thank you, Glenn, there's a lot of them, now that I'm looking at it. We'll have a condition that the deck won't be covered, and that's according to all plans and testimony presented here this evening.
And also, Mike, with a quick addendum that it won't be lighted, also the deck.
Noted, thanks.
And you said they provided as-built plans, correct?
Also noted.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Marissa, please call the roll.
Richard LaRufa.
Yes.
Michael Leondi.
Yes.
Jennifer Panaha.
Yes.
Michael Steinberg.
Yes.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
Yes. Your application and variance has been approved. Good luck. You're welcome. Next application, 12-25, Daniel Michelle Popper, please come forward.
And when are you all gonna get started on this?
Oh, yeah, do you want to waive your right to a written resolution, Ann? Ann, would you like to waive your right to a written resolution also?
I don't think we'll have
Yeah, they're not going to need to. You would, okay. we're
Oh,
gonna go
that's
to
okay?
resolution. Yes.
The chair will entertain a motion.
I think they don't want
Oh,
it.
you don't want the written resolution?
No.
Oh, all right. Good luck.
You do want a written resolution, yeah.
We'll get it done.
Thanks, Mike.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're getting into the tough weather anyway.
We're not doing it.
Okay, Daniel Michelle Popper, application 12-25, please come forward.
Both raise your right hand, please. You both swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth in proceedings before the board tonight, so help you God? I do.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Karen Burke. I'm a registered licensed architect in the state of New Jersey.
You just have to turn on the mic, I'm sorry.
You have to,
We're not hearing you, Con.
I'm not hearing you, that's why.
Now?
Yeah.
I'm
So let's
lighting
try
up.
again. Who are you?
I'm Karen Burke. I'm a licensed architect in the state of New Jersey since 1999.
And who do you work for?
Daniel Papa and Michelle Papa
All the time?
for this project.
Was that a trick question?
No, for this project.
You have your own private business?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and where's that located?
In Byram.
Byron. And you're just testifying as a licensed professional architect?
Yes, and I designed the project.
Okay, and you regularly do this as part of your business?
Not too regularly, but yes,
Enough to be a little bit smart.
I hope so.
Okay, does the board accept her as a?
yes.
Okay. And who are you, sir?
Daniel Papa. I reside at 62 Shawnee Trail.
Okay,
Then, Karen, you know the procedure. After you're done presenting the application, we'll open it to our board planner, engineer, and then it'll come back to this board for our questions and comments. Then I'll open it to the public after we are finished. And please, you know the routine by now. Speak loud and clearly into the microphones. How can we help you?
Okay, so the Papas came to me because they were wanting to have a two-car garage with a room above. So it's pretty simple what we're asking for. If you look on the site plan.
Excuse me, you both can sit down if you would like.
Oh, I'll stand.
No? Okay. Go ahead.
If you look on the site plan, it's a very unusually shaped lot, and the house is on an angle. Existing, the side that we need the variance for is along Alpine Trail. So this property has two front yards, and the existing front yard setback to Alpine Trail is 46.6 feet, and we will be asking to be 30.7 feet. We moved the garage forward to hit the existing driveway and also to create more of a front porch to come in because we're eliminating the existing entry. That's more toward the center of the house. So our hardship stems from the fact that we have the two front yard setbacks. And we meet Lake Mohawk's front yard setbacks, but not Sparta Township's. And this really is the only logical place to put the garage because of the driveway configuration. And on the site plan where you see like the bay window, that was a garage at one point that was enclosed at some point in time. So there had been a garage, very small. So we're asking for maybe a little bit oversized garage because my client has a truck, his wife has an SUV, there's a snow blower, there's lawnmower, there's things that are going to be put in there. And so it's, you know, a little bit deeper. And they also needed a pantry. So that takes up the back corner of the garage. We had looked at other proposals, other schemes that had gone even further. This is 24 feet wide, where some of those were 32 feet wide, which would have incurred more impervious coverage and would have brought us closer to Alpine Trail. So we cut back and tried to tighten up as best that we could to get my clients what they needed, but also to stay away from the front yard as much as possible. And you can see we're going to be getting rid of a small portion of the existing driveway and the existing walkway. And we are under for the impervious coverage. Yeah, and so there is a large room above, also the garage, because this had been is a lake-style home on the inside, small rooms, and there's really no large place to congregate. So they will be able to use that space above the garage to have people. So that's really it.
Mr. Papa, would you like to add anything?
Not at this time, no.
No time, all right. David, if you're so kind to give your report, please.
For Mr. Chairman, I did prepare a report dated September 24th, 2025. As the applicants just explained what their proposed plan is, that's outlined on page 1. With regards to zoning, for the R3 zone, as they indicated, the only variance that I found that was necessary, again, as they indicated, was the front yard setback, 35 feet minimum required, and to the corner of the proposed two-car garage to Alpine Trail right away, it's 30.7 feet. With regards to the variance plan, there is an existing HVAC unit on the right side of the existing dwelling. It's not labeled, but it's a small rectangular area on the right side. With the garage and the other improvements, are there going to be any other HVAC units added?
It'll tie into the one that is already existing.
So the one that's there is going to be it?
Correct.
Okay. And the other thing I noticed when I did my site inspection, we're at the intersection of two streets, Shawnee Trail and Alpine Trail. So basically, for safety purposes, what I recommended is a site triangle easement be established over the corner of this lot with the legs of the triangle 90 feet along the center lines of the right-of-way. That's basically shown on this map. Just in that area. Is that agreeable with the applicant?
Yeah, I would say so, yes.
Okay, thank you. Then with regards to utilities, again, the service line isn't shown, but I believe it's off the township's water system. When they revised the map to show the site triangle easement I just described with Mr. Papa, I'd recommend that be shown on the plan, just to make sure it's not in conflict with the garage or anything. Not saying it is, we just want to be sure. With regards to septic, with what they're proposing, there's no additional bedrooms added, correct?
Correct.
So I don't believe that's going to be an issue as far as the septic system. It appears to be quite unique in the back. It looks like the electric service comes off of Alpine Trail and a pole located in the rear of the property?
Correct.
Okay, so it's served in two directions. And again, that's not in conflict with the proposed addition. With regards to the proposed, or the storm drainage rather, they have kept through the elimination of some pavement and the concrete walkway, they have kept the additional impervious down below 500 square feet. So therefore, under the ordinance, stormwater mitigation isn't required. We talked about the HVAC unit. That one on the right of the existing dwelling is going to serve the entire enlarged dwelling and garage area if the board approves. An EIS wasn't provided, and I didn't see any environmental issues out there while I was making my site inspection. They're going to need approval from this township construction official, and as normal, I'd recommend if the board grants approval, an as-built plan be prepared.
All right, thank you, David.
Yep.
Marissa, can you please call on the board members for their comments and questions?
Richard LaRupa,
No questions.
Michael Leondi,
No questions.
Richard Rohrbacher,
No questions.
Jennifer Panaha,
No questions.
Michael Steinberg,
No questions.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
No questions, and for the record, Lake Mohawk Country Club's engineer Sabine Watson had no issues with this application, correct?
Correct.
I'll now open the hearing to the public. Anyone in the public with any comments or questions, please come forward. Seeing no one in the public, it's now closed and back to the board for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to have the board attorney draft a resolution approving application number 12-25 for 62 Shawnee Trail, Block 4016, Lot 57, seeking a C variance for a front yard setback of 30.7 feet, where a minimum of 35 feet is required, with conditions agreed upon set forth in Mr. Simmons's report, including a submission of as-built documentation.
All right, thanks, Mike. A second, please.
Second.
Any discussion? Marissa, please call the roll.
Richard LaRupa,
Yes.
Michael Leondi,
Yes.
Richard Rohrbacher,
Yes.
Jennifer Panaha,
Yes.
Michael Steinberg,
Yes.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
Yes, your application has been approved. Good luck with it. Would you like to waive your right to a written resolution? Glenn, if you can explain it, please.
I'll be happy. When do you want to get started?
Springtime.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you very much.
All right, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Application 13-25, Tracy Gent, please come forward. Think you know the format by now, Tracy, with presenting your application when you're finished, then our board engineer will give his report. He'll come back to this board for our questions and comments, then I'll open it to the public. And please speak clearly and directly into all microphones, since
Would
it's,
you both raise your right hands, please? You both swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, the proceedings before the board tonight, so help you God?
Yes.
Start with the ladies. Your name is?
My name is Tracy Gent.
Use the microphone, please.
I think it's on. Right?
I think it's on.
Thank you.
It's on. Tracy Gent.
Okay, and you're the applicant, right?
Yes.
Tracy? And who are you, sir?
I'm a contractor. My name is Tom Matistic,
All right, Tom, how you spell your last name?
Matistic.
Okay.
how can we help you?
I was looking to get approval for a front porch and balcony on the front of our home, making the front yard more usable. Due to the steep and rocky terrain in our front yard, we're concerned about the safety of my grandkids and elderly family members. By creating the front porch, the balcony will have a safe area in the front yard to entertain, as it will provide a level surface with railings that will prevent stumbling on the rocky terrain. The project is designed to be aesthetically pleasing, as well as providing a more usable space done in lake style. I would also note that this project has no way blocking any views or concerns of runoff for our neighbors. To conform with the requirements, we are planning to remove a concrete patio in the backyard and a front parking space in the front to bring the impervious coverage from existing 32.07 to 25.22. With this reduction, it's 470 square feet for the property.
That's it?
That's all I got.
Sir, would you have anything to add, hopefully? And you
No,
can, you-
it's a pretty straightforward, simple, small project. The building coverage is only increased by 3%, and we're reducing the impervious coverage by 7% to try and offset the gain in 3%.
So that's it, no more testimony? Okay, David, if you could give your report, please.
Yes, sir. Referring to the report we prepared dated October 1st, 2025, the applicant has already described the proposed modifications mainly to the front of the existing dwelling. With regards to zoning, take Mr. Keynes's lead on that because there's a lot of pre-existing non-conforming variances. They're noted in the chart.
Yeah, if I can, Mr. Chairman, Tracy, this is an old house?
Yes, it's a original crane. We're 1932.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, the
Yes,
original what?
original crane, and it was 1932.
Guys, all the crane houses are coming out tonight. And as far as you can tell, Trace, has anybody made any substantial modifications to the house?
No, it's a very small home on a small lot, but I think it's.
The reason, again, just for everybody, the reason I'm asking is Dave calls out all the pre-existing non-conformings. You don't have to reissue them. They have them. It's been there. I mean, we can note it on the record. We'll note.
Boy, Glenn Mike used to always do that. Now we're cutting back on that stuff. I'm only joking. Mike used to cover all those pre-existing ones, but I'm just joking.
Glenn,
You'll save me some time.
It's okay.
Mike doesn't seem to be particularly
No.
disappointed with
I
me.
know. He's very happy.
I'm great with this news.
Thank you.
The only new variances that you're seeking are impervious coverage and building
Building
coverage.
coverage.
Correct.
I
All
agree.
right, David, please.
Yes. So the one thing on the variance plan I called out for, the plan calls for the elimination of the existing paved parking area in the front of the existing lot. There's no garage or separate parking area for this subject property. The applicant to advise how many vehicles normally are at the location, just yourself or?
Just one.
Okay. And that, looking at the survey prepared by Thomas Ernst, on the most southeasterly corners where that little indent was, you don't normally park there, correct?
When you're looking at the house to the left, there's a little,
It's to the right.
to the right is where I park, and then there's a little bit,
But you don't park in this area by the wall, or do you?
I do, but if we would take out we would put stone down so I could still.
So you're still going to
Could
park
still
there?
park there,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
clarify. Okay. With regards to utilities, I believe they're on the township's water system, and the water line would come off West Shore Trail. If the board decides to act favorably, I'd recommend that the service line be shown so we can just verify, and the water department would want to verify that there's not going to be a conflict between the service line and your proposed addition.
Got it.
We did have them come out and mark, but it was in June, and we'll have it again.
And then shown on the plan.
It's not shown on the plan, but it will not interfere with.
Right, but we need it shown on the plan,
Okay,
okay?
all right.
All right. Then with regards to the septic system, that appears to be located in the rear yard, and it won't be in a conflict with the addition or the front of the dwelling. That's where your improvements are going. Electric comes off a pole off West Shore Trail. Applicant, it does come across your adjacent property owner. Just double check with your title to see if there's an easement for that line, and your surveyor can note that on the plan as well. Okay? And I don't believe you have any gas service to the property, correct?
I do,
You do?
I do.
Then they should show the gas line also, so that we can make sure, just to make sure it's not going to conflict with your proposed addition,
Okay.
okay?
We had it marked out, but you need it on
We
the,
we need it on the plan, please.
okay.
The architectural plan, right?
The survey plan. Okay. With regards to storm drainage, at the end of the day, because of some elimination of some impervious areas, again, they're for a total of 470 square feet of impervious, below the 500, so no mitigation is required per the ordinance. I note the removal of the rear concrete patio is a condition of the Lake Mohawk Country Club approval as outlined in their June 27, 2025 letter, just for the record. There were some discrepancies between the zoning table and the architectural plans. I believe those have been corrected. So we've got that. There's no EIS. I didn't see any environmental issues out there. They're going to need approval from Sparta Township construction official and the soil conservation, and as usual, an as-built plan if the board grants approval and it's constructed.
All right,
And that's
thank
my
you,
update.
Thank you, David.
Yes, sir.
Marissa, please call on the board members for their comments or questions.
Richard LaRupa.
Just to follow up on one of Dave's comments, on your plans, rather than saying you're removing the paved parking, you state that being replaced, the paved parking with gravel parking, just so that the parking area remains. The way that your plans look, it looks like you're just taking the parking out of there.
Oh, okay.
They're just saying you're removing the pavement from the parking area and replacing with pervious gravel. But the parking remains.
Okay.
It's
That's
still-
what generated that question.
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks, Rich.
that's it.
Michael Leondi.
Just a quick one. I've got some conflicts in my notes. The actual impervious coverage that we're seeking and the actual building coverage, like the actual variances, the calculations, what were those numbers?
So for the building coverage, we were at 17.6. We're going to 21%.
Got it.
Okay, the max requirement is 18.
Right.
From the impervious, the existing is 32.07, and the proposed is 25.22. Max requirement is 25%.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Richard Rohrbacher,
No questions.
Jennifer Panaha,
Yeah, so it sounds like you have two areas that you're removing, and the concrete one in the back sounds like Lake Mohawk is asking you to remove that? Okay, so that's part of the requirements. As for the asphalt portion in the front, why are you asking to remove that? Because you're trying to stay under the impervious coverage piece?
Correct.
We're trying to offset the increase.
By the decrease there. David, would that trigger, if they kept the asphalt just the way it was, would that trigger additional storm drainage or other requirements that they had to adhere to?
I didn't do the calculation, but it probably would, because I believe they're very close to 500 square feet the way it is. And quite frankly, when I was out there, it's a fairly steep lot going
very
up. And between the septic being in the back and the proposed work they're doing in the front, there's not a lot of extra room
Yeah.
as far as providing some dry wells or something like that.
Right, right. Okay, I'm just trying to do whatever is easiest. If it was just going to increase it by a small amount, why make them rip up the asphalt, which is useful, and then put
Understood.
gravel
I-
down? But it
I
sounds
think
like it's
that's
going to
probably the
I mean,
less onerous
the
path.
yeah, got it.
Yes.
Okay.
definitely,
All right.
we
Just
would
making
like
sure.
to do that, but we're just trying to
Got it.
conform to the
Yeah,
requirement.
it sounds like you need to stick to doing that. Okay. No other questions?
Michael Steinberg,
No questions.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
No questions, and just for the record, Lake Mohawk Country Club had no issues with this application. I'll now open a hearing to the public. Beth, do you have any comments or questions? Nothing? You've been too quiet tonight.
Quiet night.
All right, Beth, thank you. It's closed to the public and back to the board for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to have the board attorney draft a resolution approving application number 13-25 for 439 West Shore Trail, Block 4031, Lot 33, seeking C variances for impervious coverage of 25.22%, where a max of 25% is permitted, and a building coverage of 21%, where a max of 18% is permitted, with conditions laid out in Mr. Simmons' report, particularly showing all the utility lines on the survey plan and grabbing all the pre-existing non-conforming conditions as well, according to all plans and testimony heard tonight.
And to survive the as-built plans too,
Yes.
Mike, as usual, if you're open to that addendum.
I am, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Do I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Marissa, please call the roll.
Richard LaRufa,
Yes.
Michael Leondi,
Yes.
Richard Rohrbacher,
Yes.
Jennifer Panaha,
Yes.
Michael Steinberg,
Yes.
Chairman Kenneth Larry.
Yes, your application has been approved. Would you like to waive your right to a written resolution?
No, we'd
No?
like to
Okay.
get it.
Yes.
And just to be clear, we're going to keep that parking space, so there's no vague ambiguity or anything like that.
It was clear.
All right, good. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'll now open a hearing to the public for comments and questions on items not on the agenda tonight, Beth. Yes.
None.
Nothing.
Thanks for your time.
Take care.
Thank
you.
All right, it's closed. The chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So, second.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Beth. Right.